minus L. Now, I want to create a file and make root the owner of that file. I want to create a file for root. So let me quickly delete this so that, would I be able to delete it? How do I delete that file? File 1. Remove, it's a file, so it's remove. Remove file 1. Is it going to work? If I press enter, will it work? Would it be able to remove this file?
The file is owned by root.
Because EC2 is not the owner, so you cannot delete it.
Yeah, it's owned by root. Yeah, correct.
Okay, so we'll press enter and do the ls minus la. Incidentally, it worked. But your reasoning is correct. Your reasoning is correct. The only explanation we have is to say EC2 is part of this group, and this group has permission to delete files.
Okay.
Yes, I'll show you that. It's hidden somewhere. But I'll show you later. But your reasoning behind it is correct. But however, the reason we're able to do it is the guy that is trying to delete the file belongs to this group.
Part of the group, okay.
It's part of trainees. And trainees, from what I'm seeing here, which I don't want to show you yet, has permission, has the privilege, has authority to delete files. That's why it works. All right, beautiful. All right, so what I want to do now, what I need somebody to do for me is create a new file, file 7, and give the ownership of that file to root. All right, so who can help? First of all, create the file. How do we create it? Okay, so what do I do? What's the name of the file?
515. That's right. 515.
All right, so we are done.
Let's escape.
Escape, colon, right click, bang.
WQ open.
All right, so we are done creating the file. What else do you want to do?
So we
next
are
person want to take the ownership of this file from the current owner, EC2, and from the current group, EC2, and give the current owner and current group to, give the ownership and group ownership to root. What's the command?
Sudo.
Sudo, okay.
Space change ownership.
And Sean, okay.
Then you want to give it to
root.
To who?
root.
To root. Okay, root. And then the column that the group is
515.
515.
All right. So ls minus la. Did you do it? Yes, we did it. Correct. So it means that.
But are you saying
now,
if we decided to use Nano, are we still going to arrive at the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing now, irrespective of how you create the file.
All right.
Whether you create the file with Nano, with Echo, with Torch, with the file is the file. It doesn't.
Okay.
As long as you have this file existing, the next command is to. Yeah, that was fine. So 515, am I now able to log into 515 and edit anything? So if I do VI 515 now to add something, what do you expect? What result do you expect?
It will go.
It will go, okay.
This is already an existing file.
Okay, so who thinks otherwise and why?
I don't think it will work because we changed the ownership and the group groups. So root basically controls that file. So
yes,
if it's going to say permission denied.
Okay, correct. I'm not sure if it's correct. We'll find out. So who else is there? All right. So you are understanding what we are doing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do you think? VI 515, we are going to have problem editing this file or not?
Well, we are an EC2 user, and when I look back, it's under root. Yes, it's under root. I don't think it has the permission. So we might have a problem. Yes, we might have a problem, sir.
All right, so let's see. Let us edit now. Let's go from here. So let's quickly edit this and see. So we're already saying we cannot edit. Changing our read only. So we have a problem. So you guys were correct when you said that because we are root, we are going to have, because the file belongs to root, EC2 user try to edit it to run into problem. So you are right. Look at the problem. Beautiful. Yes, somebody was going to ask a question.
Yeah, I want to ask a question real quick. So, if you look at the file from the access modifier of the file says you can only read and write, but it looks like we're able to read. It says only the root could actually read and write, but by viewing the file, we're able to read the file.
I don't know what you mean. Who is able to read the file?
The EC2 user is able to read the file, the content of the file by using the VI. Yes. Okay. And then if you look at here, the access modifier has just read and write for the root user only. So why is that?
So so for let's just use this opportunity to explain that for everybody. So what Paul is saying is Paul is looking at this place. Paul is looking at this, and what this means is this first set, read, write, execute, applies to the owner applies to, in this case, the EC2, or in this case, the root. So these first three, apart from the first one, which tells us that it's a file, not a directory, the next three characters, it says that the root is able to read. The root is also able to write, but the root does not have power to execute. That's the meaning of that. So the next three characters after the first three is referring to the group. So this one is saying the group, anybody that belongs to the group root is able to read, is able to write, but is not able to execute. And then we have the third one, the third set of three characters. What does that mean? It means that everyone else that is neither the owner nor in the group of the owner can only read but cannot write. So the reason we are not able to write to that file is because as EC2, we belong to this category of everyone else. So we could read the file, but when we attempted to write to it, it told us we don't have the permission. Does that explain your,
Yes.
that explain your situation? So the reason we're able to read is because as EC2, we have permission to read. So if we wanted EC2 to be, or anyone else for that matter, to be able to read and write, then we'll give write permission here. That's good.
Question, sir.
Before you ask question, who can tell me about this? What does this mean? For file 2, what does this mean? So it means that EC2 as a user is able to read, write, and execute this file 2. Anybody that belongs to the EC2 user group is able to read, write, but not execute. And then everyone else that is neither in a user nor in the group is only able to read. It's not able to write and it's not able to execute. That is the meaning of that. All right. So what's your question?
Never mind. I figured it out.
You figured it out, okay.
Yeah.
So now, if we want, in spite of root owning this file, if we want EC2 or any other person to be able to write to it, we can do something about it. We can say, yes, even though root owns it and the group belongs to root, EC2 should still be able to change, to write to it. In other words, we'll put write here. We'll make it possible for anybody or everybody to be able to read and write. How do we do that? Okay, let me explain that. So when you have read, write, execute. There are many ways to do it, but this is about the most read, write, execute. Read, write, execute. Read, write. Okay, so there are three sets of read, write, execute. One for the first set is for the owner, user owner. Then the second one is for group. And then the third set is for everyone else. All right. So here you are going to say 2 raised to power 1. No, 2 raised to power 0, 1, 2. Okay. So you are going to have 0, 1, 2, 0, 1. Okay. So